Hey guys, I'm back.
You've forgotten your line.
What?
You've forgotten your line. Admit it.
Hell?
All right, I've forgotten it. It's 3 weeks.
Jesus.
2 weeks.
Right, try and remember.
Go on, Gav.
No, go on, try and remember.
It's you.
Hello, watch lovers. You know what time it is.
There we
Well
go.
done.
Just testing. So tonight I have, as usual, producer Gavin.
Evening, everyone.
Yep. The lovely Kaylee.
Hi, everyone.
And I'm back here to get you all on track. Throw the questions. You just ask me whatever you want. We're here. Let's go, Gav.
We've
Let's
really,
go.
We've really missed you, Spence. It's got to be said.
What is
Kaylee,
it?
we've missed him, haven't we?
Would you know
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
I saw the mob at Brighton and they said, you got to get back on there.
Is that what they said?
is that what
I'll
they
tell you now,
said?
Ian
Go on.
Nicholson did a fantastic
Yeah.
job in your
He
absence
did.
last
Yeah.
week.
Absolutely. I watched it. He really
And
did.
the only thing I'm grateful for, Ian, if you're watching, is the air conditioning is blasting in here, and you would be doing buckets.
Let me tell you, it's
literally
neutral.
buckets.
It's neutral.
Yeah.
I've told James already, make sure you get service for next week. That's all.
Absolutely. Good to see Judith Chalmers back from his holidays, says Tim Jacks. Yeah, that's about right. Good evening, Paul. I hope you are well. Good evening, Gary, Ian Nicholson, Tim Jacks, Uncle Jonga, Mark Hollywood, Matt H, Rosie, Keith Burford, Josh Benson. Good evening, everybody. As usual, if you have any questions for Spence or Kaylee, or indeed myself, please do pop them in the comments below. We'll try and get through to every single one of you. And don't forget to give us an upvote. Right, that's all the mumbo jumbo out of the way. Should we start with, let's start with, how's the week been, Spencer? Because you've been back only for a couple of days,
It's
haven't
only
you?
Monday. No, I was back last Wednesday.
Oh,
Yep,
so you've nearly
so-
done a full week.
Almost. I don't really...
No, you have not done a full
It's
week.
not quite-
You
that's
did
a
2
full-
days.
I've been told I should be on a 3-day week. That's
Oh,
what I've
really?
been told,
Well, I'll tell you what,
You
if
know,
you-
like the miners in the 70s, a 3-day week.
And you know what happened to them? They all went on strike. Can you imagine, Kaylee, Spencer says you can have a 3-day week.
No, I have a 3-day week.
Ah, you
I
can't
think
have
the
one.
office would run
Well,
better.
run-
You
with me
can't
there a
have
bit
one
less.
rule for that is
Yeah.
That I
probably
agree
no
with.
denying that. No denying that. Mark F says, hi Kaylee, Spencer, great to meet you guys and your team today. Appreciate the short notice appointment. Absolutely loving the Black Bay Chrono I purchased. Hope to see you again soon.
Oh, thank you. It's been nice to
We've
meet
got
you.
a happy customer there.
That is a very happy customer.
is
That's
very
almost
happy.
like a FIFO,
Actually,
FIFO recommendation.
Yeah, he was really lovely.
Lovely,
guy.
lovely,
Yeah, he
lovely.
just called up,
Fantastic.
and that's what we've said to people. You don't. He literally called and said, "Can I come in 15 minutes?"
Yeah.
We said, as long as you got money or a good credit card, by all means.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Fantastic, fantastic. How's it been? Well, Kaylee, how's it been while Spencer's been away, and how's it to have him back? Has he been panicking?
Nope. He's been, when someone's been on holiday, normally they have like the holiday blues, like
Yeah.
come back and they're a bit like, oh, what am I going to do? But I think because he's going away again soon, he's so not stressed.
You know why he's not stressed? Because he's got the holiday of a lifetime coming
That's
next
what I
week.
mean.
Because he's going away with me.
I
I got
know,
you
he's
coming
so
away.
excited.
Yeah. It's going to be good fun, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see if we can get into some mischief.
Sure.
We'll keep you posted, Kaylee. Don't worry about that.
Don't worry, I've got the show from here.
But things in the watch world, all good?
Yeah, I mean, look, things have readjusted. Some things have come down. Some people have bought things. Some people selling things won't get quite what they would have done, but
Yeah.
they never bought them to sell them. That's
Yep.
the thing. It's now that they've come down.
Yeah.
You know, we have this all the time. Like, I had it 10, 12 years ago in gold. You're always having a readjustment.
Yeah.
But like I said, a number of years ago, when people got good discount, even 5 years ago, when you got 10% off sports and 25% off gold and Datejust and day dates, you never bought them to sell them. It's
No, of course.
only probably since the pandemic where we've had flippers and people buying something from an AD and it was like a licensed print
The
money.
good news is, and certainly for us, is we just get back to talking about watches. I mean, the questions on pricing has literally stopped now, hasn't it? How much I think this will be up by next
Yeah.
month? How much it'll be in 6 months' time? That is literally, when I see the questions from Instagram, it's all stopped in its
Yeah.
track. And I can see from our supporters and all our community, everybody seems to be, just enjoying the watches again. Speaking of watches, Kaylee, what have you got on there?
Moving up in the world.
So I'm actually wearing a Rolex Batman, the new 1267010 BLNR.
not the older one.
Not the old. I went for We'll wear the new one.
Let's have a look. Let's pop it on the.
The 126710 BLNR.
Let's have a little look. Now, this is a staple watch for you, Spencer, isn't it? In terms of this
Yeah,
is
I mean,
this is a volume turner over for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Should we say? Okay, that really isn't focusing very, very well. Stay there 1 second, everybody. I'm just going to give that a little wipe. And it's still not focusing, which does seem quite odd. Let's try it without the stand. I hope you can all see that. Staple for you, isn't it? I mean, that's like probably one of the...
Submariners, Batmans, GMTs, root beers, all of these.
Now, I have to say, on an oyster for me.
Yeah, you prefer it, don't you? Yeah.
Well, I wear the Jubilee, as you know, in the Pepsi and the Batman. Do you know something? It looks very blue there in the light. Do you know? Maybe it's the light.
Well, it is. Like, there's very big studio lights in it, but it does look very, very blue. And you know what I've just noticed? There's a blue hand, isn't there, as well?
Yes.
Yeah. Derek Fox, brilliant. Got 2 moon swatches, by the way. Well done, Derek. Love that. That's amazing. Right, that's Kaylee's. Let's have a look. That's lovely. Spencer, what are you sporting today?
Something
that you'd never expect to see on Spencer. Gav, I need you just to guess what Spencer's wearing today. Just guess.
Pepsi.
Nope.
I'm not even. I'll tell you what I'm going to show you. It actually matches my trousers.
Look.
Oh, you are. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah. Paul will have something to say about that.
Yeah.
You're wearing khaki for a change. That. Just throw it over. Okay, I'm loving that. That's very nice. I'm going to relax.
Relax.
So, on a presidential Bressa latte, I will put this back on the stand because I don't want to be dropping this.
That is gorgeous.
Talk me through this.
Stunning.
So it's the olive in white gold.
Wow.
With the diamond
That's a beaut.
bezel,
Not quite showing the colour of the dial.
Okay, well, I tell you what I can do, Spencer. I can move it off of there because I think this. I don't know if this stands just a bit. If I just the colour of the dial there, if you can see the fleck.
Yeah.
See how you get the green. Yeah.
Yeah, there. With a few. Is that a factory set dial?
Yes.
That's
and
very,
the original
very nice.
factory set bezel. So that's a bit blingy. It's not that blingy.
Yeah, it's sort of ostentatious in
Yeah.
a very understated kind of way. My camera is all over the place there. Look at that. Really, really gorgeous. Really lovely. How much is such a watch? Am I allowed to ask? Obviously
You
more
can
than
ask.
my budget.
In
the region of?
In the region of sort of late 50s.
Late 50s. Wow. Proper bling, says Tim Jacks. It's very, very nice. I'm
But
Spencer's
understated
pushing the
in the
boat
white gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm double-wristed today. I'm double-wristed for 2 reasons. Number one, I would like to say that after we went off air last week, our lovely friend Ian Nicholson decided he wanted to give us one of his watches. We'd obviously made a big fuss about this beautiful Seiko. He actually offered it to Kaylee first. Because he's a lovely gentleman. And Kaylee said she wouldn't get much use out of it. And I was just literally holding my breath that she would say that. And Ian, very nicely, thank you very much, Ian, for gifting me this Seiko. I would tell you now, it has not come off my wrist all week. And I've had a
Is
number
that sort
of
of a
comments.
dark green? Gavin?
Well, Spencer, you can't see on the light, but actually it is. It's basically, let's call it the John Mayer of the Seiko world.
Yeah.
It's a Japanese Seiko Spirit, which is a Japanese domestic model. Or a DJM.
I'm a little bit jealous now. I wish I'd said yes.
You wish you would have said yes?
Yeah, I love it.
And on my other wrist, Spencer, I had something that you left behind a few weeks ago. And have you not been thinking, God, where did I put the only swatch I own? Have you not been thinking about
mine?
this? This is yours.
Uranus. That's Uranus.
It's Uranus. In fact, it's Uranus because I picked up my own Uranus at the end of last week. And I realised that you'd left yours on my thing with all my other swatches. So I've been sitting holding it for you. And now that I have my own to virtually complete my collection, I'm going to give you yours back.
Thank you.
So I'm going to.
So I've gained a watch tonight.
I'm going to do the Passover. Yeah, it's
it would have come up in my stock take.
Yeah, it probably would have done it. Well, I can imagine we would have been away on holiday in a couple of weeks' time. You said, "Oh, do you know, I'd love to wear my moon swatch." Anybody got any ideas? Wrist?
Really lovely.
The Seiko, it's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, thank you very much, Ian. Really, you're an absolute gentleman, and we're looking forward to having you back in a couple of weeks' time with any luck, because I think Kaylee's going to have a little announcement a bit later on. Being a chrono lover, that Seiko is stunning, says Mark F. Yeah, it really is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm very, very lucky boy. My watch collection seems to be exploding, Spencer. All this trouble you've got me into. Yeah. You've been watching the show while you've been away.
Of course.
Do we get marks out of 10? How's Kaylee been doing?
Kaylee's been doing very well. So have yourself. I thought Ian done a fantastic job.
Yep.
Really, really good.
So you're telling me last week when you were in Marbella, you sat at dinner watching our show?
I didn't see it live. I saw it the following day.
You saw it on catch up?
Yeah.
Wow. ITV +1.
Yeah.
Very, very, very good.
Oh, dear.
Love that. Love that. Now, you've had a little weekend away, haven't you?
I'm very lucky to have a weekend with the famous Paul Thorpe.
The world famous Paul Thorpe. He gets stopped everywhere for his autograph, that Paul Thorpe.
So he pulled me down there on Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
Coming clockwise over the Dartford Tunnel.
Right.
The traffic was horrendous.
Was it terrible?
Yeah. But it was a lovely ride on the bike. I had to roll up all my clothes into little parcels to get them in there.
Oh, into your little side
panniers,
satchels.
Yeah, on the motorbike. So I met Paul at Pease Pottage.
Yeah.
And we had a little blast onto Bournemouth.
Okay.
Not Bournemouth, Brighton. And we went out for a nice cosy meal, just the two of us.
Beautiful.
On
So
Friday night.
what I gave you a call on Friday. I sent you a WhatsApp, and what did my WhatsApp say to you,
It
Spencer?
said take some pictures.
So on the basis that I couldn't be there this weekend, I said to Spencer, do me a favour, take some pictures and some video so that I can make a little something to show on the show. So let's look at picture number 1 you sent me. You sent me your 2 feet, your trotters off the edge of a boat. Then I opened up the next picture.
I thought that's a famous
The next picture, you just framed your legs in the picture.
Spence,
The next picture I got, it only had 1 foot in
Hang
it.
on. Have you any idea? By the way, the viewers are not sure here where it is. It could be the south of France. It could be Florence.
Yeah, but everybody knows
Could
it's
be
Brighton,
Miami,
Spence. We know
but
it's
that was
Brighton.
New Haven Port.
New Haven Port. So we went from 2 feet, 2 feet to 1 feet.
I can't believe it.
And then we eventually got no feet, and I don't even know what that is. And by the way, you sent me 9 pictures, and that was pretty much all of them. And then eventually,
Paul said, "Don't worry, I'll take all the pictures."
you sent me that picture
That was
of
in
some
the diner next to the ship.
of some empty chairs. I mean, there's no one sitting opposite you.
Jesus, Spence.
Luckily for you, Spencer,
Did Paul send
our
a few
good
bits?
friend Paul Thorpe was there, and he sent me this.
Right, it's Friday afternoon and Spencer's on his way down for the start of our Watch People's weekend. I've got to go and meet him on the motorway and ferry him back down to Brighton. He's going to be on his Ducati, I'm going on my Harley, and get him checked into his hotel tomorrow. I hope to get him out on the boat and scare the living daylights out of him before we meet up with you guys. So let's get on the motorway and see if we can go and find him. He made it. You alright, mate?
Roasting. You?
What's all that gear you got on this weather?
Just
It's hot, isn't it? It's got hotter, isn't it? How'd you sleep last night, Spence?
like a baby.
Like a baby.
Yeah.
Is it a bit
Beautiful.
noisy?
I got to tell you, waking up in Brighton, seeing that seafront pool, amazing, beautiful.
Spencer rung me up at 9 o'clock saying he wanted, ready? Sun cream. There you
Thank
go. I've
you.
got your
There
sun
you go.
cream. He wanted a pair of shorts. There you go. He's got a pair of
So if
shorts.
anyone wants to slag them off, these are Paul's.
And he wanted,
look
look,
at these flip-flops.
look, no messing about. Look, Spencer, I couldn't bring you an old pair of Nikes. Look.
I've always told you I love a concierge service. Yeah, I just like to be able to call up. But thanks, Paul. Amazing.
Do you want me?
Thank you.
Now, the only thing is, do you want me to help you get dressed?
Don't bob and weave, because that
No, what?
it's like me on roller coasters. I'm not good at.
You don't like the donuts?
No,
Okay, I won't do
not
that.
when I'm not driving. I don't mind when I'm driving. It's like in a car or a bike. I'm fine when I am.
Ah,
I'm facing backwards. I'm not a good. No, Paul, don't. It's not my. I'll get out and swim back.
Blue.
I have to say, first of all, isn't it quite amazing how many 50-year-olds do this? Because everybody went like, hey, it's like the Fonz. Did you look him up? Hey, the Fonz.
Oh, no, sorry, forgot.
Looked like you had a fantastic time. One thing I would say watching that video is Greggy boy. Well done, my friend. You're looking amazing. God, you've dropped some weight. He's looking fantastic, isn't he?
Yeah,
really good. Well done, Greg. Keep it up, my man. Just really quick, we have a super chat in from Bafaris. On behalf of Greggy Boy, Jonga, Nick C, Nick Castle, N Castle, and of course Spencer, Gav, Kaylee, thanks, Jod P, Ploprof, not there.
Pardon?
Not sure I understand any of that, but anyway, it's been read out. Spencer, can you just, a lot of comments, Knockdown Ginger. I haven't played Knockdown Ginger for 35 years. Ian calls it something completely different.
What does Ian call it?
Ian
What it
calls
was, going between the lanes, there are some very narrow little roads, sort of walkways. So I was giving a little tap on a few of the doors as we were going through.
You were playing Knockdown Ginger?
With Paul following, yeah.
Oh my God.
What, Paul following videoing you?
No.
Because I noticed that wasn't in the video he sent me.
Because he was in these little lanes. It was just after a few beers at 11, 12 o'clock at night on a Saturday night.
I mean, Jesus.
Yeah,
Just
Greggy
the
says, I
childish
haven't played
things.
Knockdown Ginger for 35 years, and then I'm out with Spencer. Is that what you decided to do, Knockdown Ginger?
Well, after Greggy, I think Ian Nicholson, I'd like to have a bet actually, who drank the most. I think Ian probably done 10 pints.
Yeah, I'm sure Ian can absolutely pack it
Paul
away.
and I were probably on 2 or 3. That was about it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pete the Greek says, now we've had the price correction, is this now a true reflection of where the prices should be instead of the hyper-inflated ones?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I think things have settled quite a bit now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that hyper super inflated sort of
We had
January.
things on a weekly basis.
Yeah,
that
it
were
was
going.
mad, wasn't it? I mean, yeah, it's all massively calmed down there. Nicholas Sadlier, oh, my eyes are terrible. Tickets had the best look. Some of the guys looked like they were auditioning for Miami Vice. Yeah, there were some very questionable
The
shirts.
colourful shirts.
Some very, very questionable shirts, but that's all good. Yeah, so guys, I'm not sure if any of you are interested or even know what I've been up to today, but it was on our social media. There was a G-Shock released today.
A drop.
There was a drop.
A drop.
Okay. And of course, well, I've got myself into a whole mess now, haven't
You're
I?
so funny, Gav. It's honestly.
Because now I've just taken it upon myself
people
as
must know you down there.
missions to go and get watches. And today was the G-Shock Bamford collaboration. And I knew it was coming, and it's been all over social media. And I know Spencer's not something you necessarily follow, but seeing as I can't do the Rolex drops that never happen and never get a call for any of those, I'll go in for all the cheapest, just for the fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just for the fun and the filming. And it's only a really, really short one, but yeah, let's just take a quick look. Hottest day of the year, red warning. What would any normal sane person do? Go and queue up for a G-Shock. I arrived at 6 o'clock this morning. I was number 17 in the queue and was very pleased with myself. All seemed very, very lovely. 15 minutes before the store was about to open, and then all of a sudden the reseller gangs arrived. But interestingly, for all my visits to the Swatch stores, a few of them seem to recognise my backpack, which is quite strange, but they've obviously seen me standing outside. And I got talking to a few of them, taking a few contact details, and ultimately, when they all rushed to the front, and I stood there and watched them, I stood like a good boy in line and realised I was getting nowhere and they were all getting served, and then everybody else started pushing in, I just walked straight to the front of the queue, told them no one was going in front of me, don't think I was risking life and limb, and ultimately got myself a watch. So let's do the unboxing. Yeah, I went from 17 to 171 in the queue, Spence.
You've done well, didn't you?
And then it all, basically, in a nutshell, all of these trips I've been taking to pick up these swatches, I mean, countless trips every week to try and nab me a watch. The resellers who are there every day have obviously recognised me. So I get to the queue and it's all kicking off. I mean, literally kicking off again. And what I've realised, I've gone 17. Everyone, the people at the security that eventually turned up said, hey, can everybody move back and make lines of 2? As we're moving back, all the resellers are allowing all their friends in. And I just had enough. So as they're trying to pile in front of me, I sort of decided to open my mouth a little bit and say, if you want to jump in,
Gavin
jump in
could have
behind
ended
me.
up in hospital.
I know, Jesus
No.
Christ.
And then I went straight. There was a fella at the front, who seemed to be orchestrating everybody and everybody coming into his now line. And I just went, big man, I've been standing there since 6 o'clock this morning. You're allowing all your mates. And I said, I'm going in. I said, I need to go in. And he went, I recognise you. Yeah, go on. Everybody, this fella's going in next. I went in. I got myself a watch. And we're going to do the unboxing now because I haven't even opened it. Not only did I get myself a watch, but they closed the shop as I was in there. They wouldn't serve anybody else because they
So
just
how
had
many
enough.
were handed out?
I reckon there was 30 handed out, of which I got mine signed by George Bamford.
Well, he was there. Yeah.
He was there, looking very, very disappointed. I feel that all the shenanigans that are going on outside. Spence, I'm going to let you try and open that, see if you can work it out. But
Okay,
that's
this
the
looks a bit
G-Shock
tricky.
Bamford collaboration.
I really like that. I don't actually don't know.
So here we go,
Be
guys.
careful, don't break it.
Yeah, please don't break it.
Don't drop it.
Now see if you can work it out.
Oh, it's obvious.
Oh, it's obvious, Spencer. It is. That's
we
it.
go.
Turn it up to the camera, the right way up.
Oh, wow. That's it.
There's no, Spencer, it's upside down. That's upside down and back to front. That's it. Now turn it round.
Upside
There
down
we
and back to
go.
front.
See that, everybody?
Lift it up to your camera so they can just see. There we go. Opens up lovely. Let's take it out of the wrapper and let's have a little look because I actually want to see what all of the fuss is about. So, I didn't realise actually. I did a little bit
This
of
has got
research.
tags as well, Kaylee. Look.
Oh, it's silicoed as well.
That's it. Look at that.
All original tags.
Now,
the
I didn't
box.
realise... Sorry? Who's mocking me?
That's not.
Let's have a look at Spence. Let's put it on the camera. What do you think, Spence?
It's nice.
I like the blue.
It's very nice. I had to do a little bit of research actually as to actually what it's all about in terms of Bamford.
What does it do
Well,
on
what
this?
did you say to me when I walked into the BQ's day?
Paul had one the weekend, a fishing one.
No, forget
No.
Casio for a second. When I said the word Bamford, what did you
Bamford.
say? You said
Okay. Bamford with JCB.
JCB because
Yeah.
that's his family.
Yeah.
Fella's a billionaire.
JCB, the plant hire.
Yeah,
It's his son.
that's right. You're absolutely right. It's his son, and he does. There we go. This is the Bamford collaboration with 3 tones of.
Because they have done a few. They do collabs with a lot of different brands.
Yeah. So I got my hands on one, and I'm going to have to do that whole guessing game of how to actually set the time. But I tell you what I'm going to do, Spencer. I'm going to let you wear it for now. You can take off your cheap watch, put on a bit of Casio quality there.
Gav, that shows true friendship. You haven't even put it on yet.
I know. Uncle John says the Bamfords will be available to buy online in August. Definitely getting one of those. Brilliant design. You're absolutely right, Uncle John. They are on sale in August. And they'll be readily available.
It's Bamford on the back.
Well, it's Bamford on the back, but also it's the colour design as well. And I believe there's a metal case back on it and a few other little bits and pieces.
What they basically do is a bit like with cars. They just customise.
That's right.
They just put certain things that
Absolutely. It's the customization of the watches. Yeah. Tim Jacks has a good podcast with Bark and Jack. Absolutely right. They've got a great podcast. If you caught last night's episode, it's called What's the Effing Time? And it's Time and Tide, I think, or Pride and Time, or yeah, Time and Tide. Jack and Adrian and George, and it's a very, very good show. Yeah, used to do a Bamford Rolex Milgauss, says
Yes.
Ian Nicholson. Yeah, so
I think there are a few models. It's a bit like there's another one, Pro Hunter.
yeah,
Pro Hunter is another customised. It's always been a bit of a grey area because not sure exactly what happens.
Kid
with
Mambo
warranty.
says looks like Man City merchandise. You're absolutely right. It does a little bit. Let me
It's
take
got-
the
it's got
box
on
out of the way, Spence. Pass me the box. Let me put that out of the way over here. But aesthetically,
There we go.
It's,
Yeah.
Aesthetically, it's a maze.
careful, Kaylee. Careful with
Yeah.
my box, Kaylee.
Gav, Jesus.
No, it's nice.
Nice.
It's got Bamford on the strap as well.
Yeah. What do you think? It's the first
Yeah.
time you've worn a
Yeah, I
cheap
like it.
plastic Casio, isn't it?
Wait, G-Shock.
Everyone should have a G-Shock, Spencer. I'm surprised you don't have one, actually. For when you're out on your motorbikes and yep.
Yes, nice.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for that.
You're absolutely more than welcome. Limited edition. Limited to one of 40 now,
Okay.
because I don't think it's...
I think
that
there we
many
go.
for sale.
Bamford on one wrist, and I'll wear my
On the
white
other
gold
wrist.
Day date.
Just updating on the whole swatch scenario. I have just 2 left to get, Spencer. You'll be impressed to know.
You really?
I've been working my absolute
What,
socks
you got
off.
9 of 11?
I have got 10 of
12.
yeah. Yeah.
Which ones have you got left to get?
I've got Earth and I've got Neptune, and I won't be getting Neptune anytime soon, I'm afraid, because that's
Why?
the one with the dye leaked. So they took it off the shelves
What's the
immediately.
problem?
They're going for big money. When I say big money, they're going for money I won't pay for I won't pay anything secondary for a swatch. Sorry, James? Well, it's the reason why you would want it actually is because it is 40, because you'd want the first of the series.
Have they released? They corrected the problem.
They haven't corrected the problem yet. They're not out, and they will be. But I feel like the first edition, the first series, will be the one that will always trade for money. Probably, even when these are all released, they will be the ones that
where
will
you get some dye on your
yeah,
wrist.
where you get dye on your wrist as proof of proof of life, that it is the original thing.
Proof of
yeah.
life.
Brian McCarthy, interesting, had no idea it was the same Bamford as in JCB. Yeah.
Used to be a song, didn't there,
it's
about
his father.
JCB?
No.
JCB, yeah, there was.
Yeah.
I don't know who, but I just
Kaylee,
remember
tell us what you learnt at dinner tonight.
Millie Bobby Brown from...
No,
no.
not Billy Bobby Brown.
John
No.
I don't
Bon
know
Jovi.
them.
John Bon Jovi, who's that? John Bon Jovi, who's that? That's what came out your mouth. Who's that? And then we had to sing the song, Kaylee, didn't we?
We had to
How
sing
does the song go?
I can't remember now.
Because you gotta...
Hold on to what we've got.
That is John Bon Jovi.
So,
Yeah?
Okay.
And we worked out that John Bon Jovi's son is going out with Millie Bobby Brown.
From what, Spence? What's Millie Bobby Brown part of? Super
Can't remember.
Things.
Super Things. That's the one.
It's Stranger
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 Things.
Things.
Have you even watched it yet?
No.
You've never
But
watched
that
it?
was the best thing. Spence went...
Super Things.
He went super something, and I was thinking super. Then we found out it was Stranger Things.
Josh Benson says, Bamford are very interesting, but sadly had to stop the custom Rolex because of the big court case against La California.
Yes.
Yeah, La California.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing. Anyway, it's another one to tick off the list. I've got a Bamford. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'll throw it in the drawer with everything else. My drawers in my bedroom are getting very, very full of lots of watches
You
now.
got watch winders or little... what
I've
we
got watch winders. I've got the same cases you have. I've
Mirage.
got the Mirage.
Yeah.
I've got three rolls where I keep my nice stuff in. And then I've literally now got a whole drawer full of G-Shocks and other bits and pieces that I rotate round.
Gav will be a
Although
G-Shock
Ian, that's been on my
reseller
wrist
soon.
all week.
You'll be a G-Shock reseller.
Yeah, I mean, well, no, but it was very interesting. By the way, just to my newfound fam, my reseller fam, I'd just like to give a big shout out to Jamal, bro, to Big Dog, bro. How's it going, fam? Actually, it was great to see everybody today, and I did actually make some friends, which really helped me get
now
to the
you
front of the
might be
queue.
in the-
Big man.
In the top 10.
Well, honestly,
God.
I'm all over it. If you
Yeah.
want trainers, Spence, or sneakers, or in fact Louis Vuitton, anything, in fact anything in the world, I seem to be
That's it.
connected
Sorry.
now.
Sorry,
with them.
talk about Louis Vuitton.
I'm fam.
Have you seen the Louis Vuitton Nike collab?
Yes.
That's dropping tomorrow.
I have, yes. We're not going to be getting that. I might have to speak to fam.
No, I'm being serious.
See if we can get some of those.
No,
Yeah, they're all over it. I've never seen anything like it. The funny thing was, I'm standing in the queue, and it was kicking off again, and the people I was who were all lovely. To be fair, not only were they lovely, they decided to borrow a pen off me and make a list of my
Yeah,
suggestion.
that's- yeah.
I said, why don't you go? I'm number 17. Why don't you go and make a list and give it to the security
know where
guard?
they're-
Fam, that's a great idea. So they did. They went off. He had the loveliest writing. He made a list of everybody from 1 to about 120, all the way back. The security guard came, and then all the mob came, and it was just chaos. But ultimately, they
So you're
did.
saying 30 people got though?
I reckon 30. Yeah, I reckon 30 people got. And the funny thing was, is the people in front of me, because they're resellers, they had no idea
What they were getting.
What they were getting. What they just knew there was a lot of hype because it's on social media, and so they were all queuing up, didn't know how much it was going to cost. They didn't know what it would resell for, and they didn't know who Bamford was, and and why a G-Shock and why it would resell. They just got all caught up with the Swatch hype. Then they got the news that there was a Swatch drop going on, and they were like in two minds. Should they dash over to Oxford Street? Should they leave their place in the queue? But of course, they had a million friends who would stand there and let them all back in. But no, they were very, very nice boys, to be fair. So, yeah.
Good.
There we go. There we go. In other news, Spencer, what else is going on in the world?
Watch world, office world.
Yeah, well, let's talk about The Office. What can you do?
So you've heard, haven't you?
Well, I was watching the show while I was sitting on a plane coming back from my...
It is top secret, but a few people have got to hear.
No, stop. You weren't here.
Spencer, you win. This is how you went on the show. I've got some breaking news.
It's coming in September. I'll tell you in September, you know.
September, I tell you, I reckon it took 30 seconds from say...
30, 15, you went...
Hang on. Listen.
I'll tell you everything right now.
This is where you're going to hear it first. And this is where, when I've got announcements, when there's news, when there's a new watch, when there's a new showroom, I mean, guys, we are going to be taking bookings. Forget about your queues for G-Shock and Swatch, Gav. We're going to be taking bookings for all the viewers to come and see us. And I was telling the guys down in Brighton, we got some great things planned. Great things.
But you can't give anything away.
I can't give anything away.
He's
is there coffee involved?
It all away.
Right, is there coffee
There's
involved?
a planning permission already gone in.
Has there?
For the two shops. So
it is going to be exciting,
I couldn't
isn't
keep it under tabs anymore.
No.
I had to let people know.
Yeah, absolutely. George Johnson, congratulations. Got the call from the AD for my GMT Riddler left-hand drive on the Jubilee collecting Sunday. That is amazing. Congratulations. That's the call I'm never, ever, ever going to be getting. Raj G, why don't they just give raffle tickets to those queuing without tickets? You can't purchase the watch. Raj?
Good idea.
That is an unbelievably simple idea, which obviously everybody suggested. They just don't seem to have that much time to organise these things. I don't think they realise actually how many people are going to actually turn up.
They say half the people coming there haven't even
They didn't have a clue what they were doing. George was walking down the queue. I recognised him. I had a selfie, had a picture with him, as you saw. Maybe one or two other people. Other than that, he was handing out stickers. Nobody knew who he was. They thought he was just somebody from G-Shock. Until they went inside and he was doing signed autographs, and then nobody... But they did. They did. But it was... it was... I enjoyed it. I had a good morning because I got a watch and they closed it after me. So I was... How
much were they out of interest?
Do you know what? I didn't even look at the receipt, if I'm going to be really honest. I think it was 150. Hold on. I'll tell you. 149. I was close.
Really?
149 pounds. Yeah. Why? What are you bidding? Don't give me no lowball bid, Spencer.
It's got to be worth 250.
It's got to start with a bag. It's at least a bag.
A bag and 250.
Well, and it's signed, so that's got to make it $2,000. What do you think?
Well, you got a signed bag.
Can I trade it in against a Riddler?
Yeah.
Yeah, just got to give you another 29 grand. Ian Nixon, good luck, Spence, with the new idea. Yeah. Uncle John got, along with the Newcastle trip, what a 2023 is shaping up to be. Rara, looking at completed items on eBay, a couple have sold for $599. I assume that means for
these?
for those. There you go. I won't be selling
Fair
mine.
bid, 250.
Yeah.
You don't take it?
No.
One-time deal.
No, I'm not a seller, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Good evening. Will Spencer be taking on new staff when the new shop opens?
Yes, we're going to have a clear out. Kaylee and all the old one. We'll get rid of everyone, I think, and start again.
Start again?
Yeah.
We'll be getting rid of Spencer, so we're looking for a new boss.
Spence, one thing's become very clear to me over the last 2 years.
Go on.
You ain't getting rid of Kaylee for love. In fact, if she ever... Kaylee, my suggestion to you, dear, is offer to walk out tomorrow and see what happens. Watch our that bumper pay rise come along.
In case he takes it and then I've got no job.
No.
Gav, I'll come to work for you.
We know who I'll be coming to work for you. We know who the boss is.
So you're saying I can have a rest, yeah? Leave Kaylee?
I think, I would say, and I know you well, I think the reason why I didn't hear from you all of last week while you were away, which means you must have been rested and relaxing and having a lovely time, which means you've got a great team around you.
Absolutely.
You know,
they've been trained
Kaylee's in charge. Dilly's number 2 now. Sorry, David.
Yeah.
Watch live. Gav, I'll give you $3,000 tomorrow. No, that's not.
Here we go, Gav. I'll box it up now.
You'll box it up. Yeah.
Quickly take it.
You'll be buying it to sell it. Yeah, no, absolutely amazing. So nothing more you can tell us about the new premises other than
it's going to be 4 times the size. We're going to have 5 meeting rooms. Coffee bar, whiskey bars, you name it. There won't be a drink that you won't be able to get there. Yeah?
But I'm not going to give too many details away. So no,
wait.
Please
stop
everyone.
Put that away for Gav.
Oh
I can't let
Coffee
you know.
bar? You can't let me know.
I can't let you know. But
Jesus.
there won't be a drink that you can't get there, Gav.
Thurston Howe the Third says, "Thank you for the super chat. Any chance we can get to see the B-roll from Saturday night's escapades?"
What's a B-roll?
The B-roll. I'm sure Paul can provide us with all the raw material for us to cut together.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got a coffee bar, a whiskey bar.
A gin bar.
There better be
A
a gin
gin
bar.
bar.
That's my only request.
A wine bar.
Do you need an alcohol license for the premises? Do you need to apply for anything?
You're right.
there?
I should apply.
Yeah.
But the difference is we're not
not selling it.
Yeah. So it's free. So you don't need a license. It's just our hospitality.
Wow.
You're right. If you charge, of course you would. But
Yeah.
we're not charging.
Wow. Derek Fox, hi Gav, picked up Earth and Pluto swatches in Vegas and could have got more. Fantastic.
Probably where we were. Same shop. The
Yeah, that would have been the swatch store in New York, Derek, I would imagine, because at the time they weren't
Was that
selling
after
it.
getting off the roller coaster?
Yeah. Yeah,
that
the
was
child's
fun.
roller coaster you screamed your life out.
Gav, I said to Spence, I was like, do you know what? I think we should do a BQ day out at Thorpe Park. I think it'll be fun. Let's film it. I said, surely it'll be really fun. Get Paul to come along. Let's all have such a good time. Invite the viewers. Spencer went, I think I'll sit this one out. I'm not a big fan of rides.
Paul Thorpe Park.
Paul Thorpe Park.
Paul Thorpe Park.
I was thinking more Euro Disney myself.
I mean,
if we're going for it.
I mean, if we're going all out, I'm there.
Yeah, absolutely. Never mind all these watch shows. We'll just take watches to we can have Disney watches. We can
We
do
get
a
Bamford
treasure
to
hunt.
do a collab.
Yeah, a Disney beacon. Why don't you do a collab? Ask Rolex if they want to do a collab with you, Spence.
Be
Yeah,
with
right,
Spencer
yeah.
Dryer.
Can you
The
imagine
Spencer
BQ?
Dryer.
Yeah. Will Spencer be having a grand opening?
Sure.
You will be, won't you?
Very grand.
Very grand. And the idea is further down the line, perhaps to have some special evenings where you can
Have evenings, some late nights, some weekends.
Yeah.
Yeah. So look, we know how well the shows, and it was just over a year ago that we had the BMW show. So much the same sort of thing as that for the viewers.
Yeah. Rara says, trouble is it takes about 2 hours to queue for each ride at Thorpe because it's so busy all the time.
You're a Disney, it is then.
Well, I would have
Okay.
thought Spencer would just buy out the whole park.
Do you know what I mean? Like, let's close that stuff down.
Close the park down at night.
Close it down.
Does-
This is it.
Instead of a
I'll
dinner,
have
does
a
it,
word- I'll
does
have
it
a word.
extend to that?
Just to let you know, Spence, I've already kind of discussed it with everyone in the office and we're so up for it. I just
Yeah.
had to get your approval.
Spencer, you'll be praying that they've made that height stick a little bit higher, won't you? That says you can't go on the
No,
rides.
because that means
Yeah.
if he can't get on, I can't get on.
Why?
Because he's taller than me.
He's taller than you.
Yeah, I think so.
Well,
yeah.
only just.
Yeah, but still.
Not
Only
much in
just.
it.
Not
Yeah.
much in it.
Expectations for watches later this year. Did I read that Patek? There's been a little bit of buzz around Patek this week. The CEO talking about a new colour watch coming out for Patek towards the end of the year. Might want to have a little look at
What
that,
was
Kaylee,
that?
tomorrow.
What was colour?
That's a good. They won't release. They won't
They
say what
haven't
the colour
said.
is. I've just seen a little bit of chatter across the Tinternet. Saying that Patek are going to release a new colour watch later on the year, stating that, you know, we've had the greens that have been very hot, we've had the blues that have been very hot, and, you know, whites for summer, but they're coming out with something
Pateks could be
Killer.
have some reds.
something killer for
Yeah.
Christmas.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So keep your eyes open for that one.
Nice.
Anything else in the watch world? What's going on? I mean, in terms of turnover of watches and other bits and pieces, that's what people want to hear about.
So something, I was just saying today, sort of we receive orders over the weekend. It's just random how
Yeah.
from Milgauses to 18238 day dates to Tudors, a real cross section.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, and this is how it used to be going back a number of years ago. Just people pick a watch. Gentleman who came in today for a Tudor, and he just said he sees something, he likes it, and he's very happy with it. Then if in a number of years the watch has gone up, great.
Yeah.
And that's how it used to be, Gavin.
Yeah.
It wasn't that people thought, I'm buying this for investment,
Yeah,
that
of
for
course.
investment. They just bought watches for the love of watches, and a lot of people got very well rewarded in where they went
in the
to.
process, yeah. I wore my Black Bay Pro for the first time
Did you?
yesterday, yeah.
And?
Yeah. I loved it. I mean, I absolutely loved it. And I got a few comments about it, and Josh Platt actually saw it on my wrist,
Really?
and
Okay.
he had a comment about it. He was a friend of ours, and it was actually nice. I've got to start wearing more of my watches.
rotating.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like for example, my Milgauss I haven't put on my wrist now for months because I've been getting so many lovely presents and gifts from everybody, and I've really enjoyed wearing them, and the G-Shocks and everything else, and my moon swatches I've been wearing the hell out of.
Have you?
I've worn
Yeah.
every single one except the pink because it's just a little bit small for my wrist. So Vicky's been having a little go on that one. Nice. And the Uranus I haven't unboxed yet because it's still in the box because I got that one last week. Yeah. So yeah. There we go. There we go. Speaking of watches, we had a special guest on last week.
We did.
And you spent a little bit of time with Ian, didn't you?
I did, yep.
And you managed to... What did you manage to do?
Just done a lovely little unboxing, actually.
You did. And should we take a little look? I mean, we were going to show it last week and we sort of ran out of time.
Yeah.
So
let's show them.
In case you didn't get enough of Ian and Kaylee last week, here they are all over again.
Oh, I've had an absolute nightmare of one nail. Absolute nightmare. I whacked it and my whole nails are coming off. Acrylic and real nail. How embarrassing. Sensation. Gotta stop saying that word. I have to stop.
Okay for a man, I suppose.
Hi guys, welcome back.
Welcome, folks.
As you can tell, I'm joined with
Ian. And I don't think many people will understand this because I'm going to break in a proper BRoll Geordie accent, which will need subtitles for Mr. Thorpe to understand. But here I am with Kaylee to do a nice unboxing.
So let's show you guys what we've got. I picked this one out because Gav was having a go at me. So I was like, quickly, which one shall I show you guys? And I think I've picked a good one. You saw it earlier as well when you thought it was good.
I've seen it earlier on, yeah. Fantastic watch.
So let's show the viewers what it is that we've got. So guys, this is the Rolex Sky Dweller blue dial on the Jubilee bracelet, which actually I love, in my opinion. What do you think, Ian?
Absolutely love it. I like it quite a lot. The blue dial's got to be the best one.
Yeah.
For that price range.
Yeah. What do you prefer it on an Oyster, Jubilee? What's your preference?
I like the Jubilee because I think the bracelet on a Jubilee is really comfortable to wear, especially with a heavier watch head.
Yeah, and actually I don't know what it is, I'm in love with the Jubilee bracelets. I know Gav's not the biggest of fans, but I personally, I prefer them, and I think Spencer does as well. I think it's very like 50-50, isn't it? Like what you prefer. Yeah. But I think the blue dial is the most popular out of all of them. I always think though, they've never brought the steel and gold out in the blue dial.
I never even noticed that.
Yeah, no, so they only do it in steel.
Right.
And then obviously the other colours as well, but they don't do it in steel and gold.
Steel and gold.
Yeah. But no, this is the most popular one out of all the Sky Dwellers was the blue. It's one that everybody wants because it's a lovely colour. It's a bit like green, isn't it? Blue and green, perfect dial colours.
Definitely.
But yeah, I mean...
I like the chocolate dial one as well on the rose gold.
Oh yeah.
That is absolutely amazing.
That is a piece, isn't it?
Can I just take that off you there, Kaylee, and have a little look at that? The blue is actually really spectacular. It really does pop. It's nice with a good light on. It's nice in the dark. Quite a complicated watch really because you do have to use the bezel to set the time and do different things. But yeah, it's got nice weight to it. Absolutely fantastic, lovely weight, and an absolute beautiful watch on the Jubilee. So how much are you going to knock this out for, Kaylee? How much are you going to put this up on for? So
Ian, this actually has only just come in today and I wanted just to show our viewers first. I haven't yet been able to price it, but this will be up on the website in the next coming days. So if they've got any questions, they can just give me a call and I'll be able to help them.
Fantastic. So anybody looking for a nice blue dial Sky Dweller, can't even say it.
Sky Dweller.
That's the watch for you if you're looking for one.
I'd like to apologise once again for the lack of subtitles for Ian. Hopefully by now you can all, I understand him, man. Ian, great job. That was a beautiful watch, Kaylee.
No, I love that. And actually, we just said to you, didn't we?
Yeah.
Do you not like that? Because I know you're a bit funny about Jubilee, but you just said actually you do really
on
like
the Jubilee, I really like the Sky Dweller. Uncle John says Danny's gold Sky Dweller on Saturday in Brighton was next level. That's a beautiful, chunky piece, isn't it?
He had it in slate grey. Beautiful.
Yeah.
It really is.
Greggy Boy says Ian QVC are on the phone. Hey. Next stop, QVC Ian. Kaylee, you've got a little special announcement to make, haven't you?
I have. So obviously Spencer and Gav are away again. Spencer mainly. So I am hosting the show on Monday the 1st of August with 2 very special guests. However, it is starting at 7 p.m. as it is the Love Island final at 9 o'clock, and I cannot be late. I have to be there. Got people coming over, to watch it together. So
you're going to watch the Love Island final where you've been coupled up with Greggy Boy and Ian.
Yep.
Fantastic.
We'll just have to see what happens.
That's amazing. So that's on the 1st of August.
Yep.
And we're changing the time to 7 p.m.
Yep.
Spencer and I are away, so we'll be tuning in. It'll be at 8 p.m. for us, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 8 p.m. for us.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, wow. Brilliant. I'll be looking forward to that.
Okay, great.
Will you be doing the whole bring? Oh, I've got a text.
I got a text.
You know what else we got going on? I'm working on it at the moment, which is probably a week, the auction.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Gav, I haven't told you about this.
No, you haven't. Go on, what auction?
So we're going to be doing a live auction. So it'll be a one-day auction of watches where they'll be on there and you'll be able to bid and buy pieces.
Right, stop. That
Go on,
came out.
Do you know what?
That
He
came
just
out
goes,
in
doesn't
10
he?
seconds. Stop.
Hang on.
BQ Watches are doing a watch auction.
We're going to be doing a watch auction.
Right, a watch auction. So you're going to have a catalogue of how many watches?
There is going to... I'm just working on it at the moment.
Okay, well,
I'm
roughly
just letting
speaking...
you know, there'll be more than 50.
Yeah.
It'll be on there with no reserves, and you'll be able to bid for the watch, and it'll be a 12-hour auction. Starter, I believe I'm just finalising it. Be 9 in the morning till 9 at night, and then you'll buy the watch, make the payment, the watch gets shipped.
So is it like one of these charity things where I just enter my best bid and it just automatically goes up in bits and pieces?
Yeah.
You're not going to have like Kaylee like doing the whole like. No. And here we have a Sky Dweller with a blue face.
All on the site.
Yeah.
So we're just working on it. I'm hoping to get it out in the next week. 10 days.
So if nobody bids on the Riddler, and I bid £8,000, have I got chances?
£5,000. You got chances.
I got chances.
You got chances.
Okay.
So you'd have to shut the whole world down, I think, for no one to bid on it. But there's chances.
There's a chance, isn't there? There's a chance that somebody thinks I don't want a left-hand drive.
Exactly.
And Gav sneaks in with a little cheeky £8,000
so
below list
look,
bid.
We're going to announce it, and we'll put it out on the Instagram and on the website. But I'm hoping in the next sort of 10 days.
Spencer, now I don't know what you got up to the weekend in Brighton, but our live chat is currently being spammed by Naked HD asking for new AI dating, disrupting the industry. Yeah, so thank you very much to Greggy, who's getting rid of all this stuff, and Ian Nicholson that's coming through. But what have you been up to? We're getting all these naughty chats.
What can I say?
Oh yeah. If in doubt, blame it on Paul.
Exactly.
I don't blame you. Should we head over to our questions from Instagram? Four CDs has just popped up straight away. Gav, I'm outbidding you. So you've been saved.
Watch Disease UK.
Watch Disease UK. He comes up with some classic questions. Does Gavin wear thongs?
I'll let Gavin answer that.
What would I say? If in your head it makes you feel better about life, then I'll say yes. Otherwise, it's an absolute firm no, never worn a thong in my life. But if it pleases you and it's good for your fantasies, then absolutely. Big fat bloke, bald with a thong. Next question up from Luke Jones, 1969. How many compliments did you receive about your watches when you were on holiday? Spencer, what did you take away?
Pepsi.
You just took a Pepsi? Okay.
Just one Pepsi. I did. I was looking actually for the swatch.
You were looking for the swatch? But were you scratching your head thinking, I wonder where my swatch is? Or I
didn't want to say. I don't know what I've done with it. But no, I had the Pepsi all the time. I mean, people often look at a piece like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pepsi, fantastic. Just really quickly, George Johnson pops up with who came up with the auction idea. It's the best idea ever. Looking forward to that.
I don't want to take any credit.
You must have come up with that.
Yep.
I don't want to blow my own trumpet.
Yeah, but well done. No, I'm looking forward to seeing that. Question number 3 from Ismail. What is a good estimate for shipping costs to the USA? Say a $5,000 to $8,000 watch.
DHL or FedEx. Ask them. No idea.
You don't know the cost. You don't ship much to the States. I mean, I don't think you ever ship to the States, do you?
No, we have, but prices do vary.
And then
you've got the
customs
VAT and the customs.
Yeah.
So.
Whilst we're talking about shipping and shipping costs, I'd just like to apologise to the winner of Ian Nicholson's, I think her name was Jo, wallet. I posted it today. I'm so sorry, but the queues every time I went to the post office were horrific. And I went to
we have an announcement.
BQ today and got it posted. with the mouse mat. So it went out to you today.
No.
But
we normally get our post collected. 4:30, no postman. 4:45, no postman. We go to the local post office, no postman. After making it, we ring around, and it's about 6:30. We said, "What is going on? Our post is collected." Apparently, believe it or not, I don't know if anyone knows, but due to this extreme weather of 38, 39 degrees in the UK, our post will not be collected now until Wednesday.
they're giving them a couple of days off.
A couple of days off. It's too hot for them to work. And another announcement, anyone flying into Luton Airport, that's been closed due to the hot weather.
Luton Airport's been closed?
Airport and the tarmac melting.
The top.
Yeah.
There was talk of the
It's
underground.
the wrong sort of sun. You know, we have the wrong leaves on the track.
Yes.
And the wrong snow and the wrong rain. We've got the wrong sort of heat, which is melting the tarmac. So that's the problem we've got. So unfortunately, a lot of people with our post may be delayed even up until... So if they go out Wednesday, it won't be delivered now till Thursday morning.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe, thank you for the he-him. Now I know exactly where we're at. Thank you, Joe.
BQ watches
Yes.
have got the right sort of air conditioning.
Yes.
And we're still open.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we're going to stay open.
So whilst everybody else is giving their staff time off,
Yep.
Spencer,
Closing the
you're
nurseries.
you're
No,
turning
can
the
I
air
be
conditioning
honest,
up.
though?
You're happy to go into the air conditioning.
No lie, because it is. We walked outside and I was like, no, this is awful.
Yeah, it
Like
was a
the
bit hot
worst thing.
Yeah.
I have an electric car that's decided that it doesn't like the heat, so it's
too
decided
hot.
not to start. Ian, you left last week, but after the show, my electric car wouldn't move. It wouldn't engage. Nothing happened. Spencer tried to drive it today, and again, it was having absolutely none of it. Let's move to the next question. Next question. Neil Brennan, 50K, secondary market prices, pick a 3-watch collection.
This is one of them.
You have to pick 3.
A 3-watch collection, and the one on your wrist just happens to be one
Hang
of them
on.
now.
50k all 3 or per watch? 50k per watch.
50K secondary market prices. So 50K, I would say.
It's the total.
It's the total.
3, yeah.
Pick a 3-watch collection. Well, how much is that one on your wrist?
Sorry. This is
More
bit-
than
bit more than
50.
50.
Oh, well, then
This
you got
is
you-
50-ish.
50ish. Well, then you got room for my Bamford.
All right, 50k secondary watch collection. I would have the Pepsi.
Well, hold on a second. You'd have to put Submariner because you don't stop banging on about
Okay.
Submariner.
See,
Submariner 12, 13. Pepsi around 20-ish.
Yeah.
32. And I would then possibly,
Got 18 left.
I would throw in something bimetal. You may squeeze a Daytona or a bimetal sub in there.
Yes.
Which I think, just to break it up a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Go on.
I'd have change out mine. Well, I would
It's really
have.
funny. We've had. I was going
Go
to
on,
say
what
exact
would you
same
have then?
Spence.
Well, only because I haven't got one, but I want a Riddler. How much is a Riddler now?
30.
30. Okay. So 30. I'd probably buy your Black Milgauss.
Oh yeah, I was about to say that.
Sorry,
yeah.
Spence. We need to talk about that after the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your Black Milgauss, I really like, and I think that was circa. I'm going to say 12.
Yeah.
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 So I'm at 42. What can I have for 8 and change? You know what I'd take? I'd take a Tudor Black Bay 58 that I saw in the drawer.
Okay.
I think that was like 4. I'd have some change for fish and chips on the way home as well.
Go on,
Kaylee?
Kaylee. You?
I would go.
The Green Datejust
Yeah.
by
I mean,
Vettel.
without that. But then I'd also go bimetal, probably Daytona, and then a sub. Is that right? That's enough, no?
Wasn't that the same as Spencer?
35.
That gives me some change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you like what Kaylee's chosen, please don't forget to give us an upvote, everybody. Kaylee loves an upvote, don't you?
Love an upvote.
And all you guys love a thumbs up in real life. So, yeah. Next question up from Instagram, Mark Bowman. The most overhyped, then disappointing watch once you've seen it. Kaylee, when you whisper in front of the microphone, everybody can hear you.
Oh, sorry.
Go on, Kaylee. You've
Go on,
said-
Kaylee.
you
No, I
go
just said,
first.
gosh, that's hard.
Gosh, that's hard.
Yeah, because I don't know.
Okay.
Overhyped
The most
then.
overhyped watch until you've seen it.
Come on. Where are you?
Well, let's think about maybe some of the bigger price pieces. Like, for example, I'm going to say it because it's the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And it's in your drawer at sort of circa £495,000.
Oh, the Eye of the Tiger.
The Eye of the Tiger with the diamonds. I never mind it's overhyped. It's the ugliest watch I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't want to put anybody off buying it, Spence, but it's definitely, you know, beauty in the eye of the beholder.
Well, I think when you go to original set, big pieces with diamonds in the bracelet, diamond bezels,
Yeah.
the numbers are just huge. And they're not something that the everyday person would wear. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'd agree with you with it.
Yeah.
You know,
What about in terms of like the Pateks? I mean, you know, you get an olive dial on a Patek and all of a sudden it's worth, and they're still worth big money, aren't they? They have not really had
like
dramatics.
500,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for what intrinsically a
Just
30
for
grand watch?
Yeah.
And still.
Yeah. Agreed. I think the amount over list is just ridiculous, and why it's got there, who knows, and a correction on it. But I'd agree with you. I'd agree on the Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah.
Because it's just really, it's a talking point, but it's pretty unwearable.
Yeah.
You've got to be some real character wear a piece like that.
Yeah. Let's see how long it sits in the drawer for. Right. Gotham, thank you very much for your questions as always. Will Tudor Harrods ever be discontinued? Too many for a numbered special edition? ? What do you think about that? I mean, you do buy them in regularly, don't you? And they do go
we've
out the
sold
door.
Yeah,
many
I
of
think
them.
we like
I
having
think
them in stock.
eventually they just will, because that's how they just stop things.
But will they be discontinued? Because is it not just an absolute selling point for Harrods that Harrods is a brand? It's
And
basically
having
like the original collab, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've done it for years. It's a
Yeah.
Harrod edition. It's only sold there. I wouldn't surprise me if they've got I'm trying to think of a Bergdorf
But it's
or
not,
something in New York.
It's not a numbered piece.
No, it's
just-
not numbered.
No.
But then Nora Moon swatches.
No.
You can't get them for love nor
No.
money.
Uh,
But interestingly, so for example, what would you, generally speaking, what are you paying for a Harrods edition? You'll pay below list, won't you?
they're-
Ish.
We're paying a bit below list and
Yeah.
selling them for
A bit above.
Bit above.
Yeah,
list.
so if somebody wants one, it's
Yeah.
just creating the channel
Yeah.
for them. Yeah. Designer Tellier, greetings from Aruba. Greetings to you, my friend. I hope you are well. Next question up from Gotham. 116622, blue or rhodium? Your
For
preference?
me, I like the rhodium personally.
I agree.
Yeah, I think the rhodium.
Rhodium?
Yeah.
I don't have any opinion on that whatsoever.
Okay.
From Gotham. Tudor, thoughts on the Tudor big block, Spencer? Have you got any in stock?
I don't believe I have at the moment, unless it's going through the workshop. But let me tell you, the good thing with that watch over the Daytona, fantastic, has a date. It's a Daytona with a date.
Ah.
Yeah. And
So it is.
everyone complains about the Daytona not having a date. So there we have it. You got a Tudor that's got the date.
What's your thoughts on Tudors these days, Spence? I know when we started the show way back, and the common line came out, "Oh, poor man's Rolex" and all the rest of it. But I feel like someone who's like taken an interest over the last couple of years, certainly in that brand in Tudor, they're definitely up in their game.
Even down as low as 2,000 to 5,000. It's a fantastic watch, well put together, really well engineered. The class, everything to do with the watch, and I like the way the dials look a bit aged.
Yeah.
You know, the matte black. I think they're a great watch.
And they do go for some heritage. They take
Yeah.
some heritage from Rolex,
Yes.
from their master brand, if you like.
I mean, without looking the stats, I've no idea the numbers of pieces, but it's a great watch for the money.
Yeah,
Really
Designer
is.
Tilly said, over under 70%, we get a speedy announcement tomorrow. Yes, there is talk. I saw something on Instagram today from Omega about something's coming in the Speedmaster world.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, keep your eye out for that. Ian Devlin says Tudor top quality, and I'm thinking that. Always excited to see what they're coming out with, and I like David Beckham. Cupcakes of distinction. Who is the best dressed, you or Paul?
Over. What can you say?
Once upon a time, I would say this was controversial.
But now,
I'm going to say it. You're going to be shocked.
go on.
I'm going to say Paul,
Okay.
and I'll tell you why. It's not that I don't think you're well dressed
He
or well put
doesn't
together.
dress his age. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you know, he's
a bit out there.
way older than two of us by
Yep.
some considerable
Yep.
distance.
Yeah.
And I open my mouth, my jaw drops when I see him in his dress. But somehow, you got to love him when he turns up in fluorescent yellow at an airport.
Yellows and
No, at the airport. Do you remember the whole fluorescent yellow outfit with the yellow
planes
shoes?
started landing. in
Yeah,
front of it.
exactly. He looked like a traffic cone. Or he comes out in all orange. So I've got to say,
But what I would say is he is consistent. Yeah?
He
He's
is
always got yellow
consistent.
and green.
yeah. Kid Mambo says, thoughts on the Tudor Ranger. Spence, you were away last week.
I haven't seen
Right,
this.
he was. Yeah, so you weren't here.
Yeah. Bland. I'm going to tell you now. Bland. I went into the
100%.
AD last week. I tried it on just before I met up with Ian before last week's show. I put it on my wrist. It looked a little bit small. And also, they've tried to sort of sell it with the history of a polar expedition. That wasn't the watch that went on it. It's just basically trying to sort of, this
Yeah.
plus this plus this, and we've got Tudor Ranger. But for me, it was just a little bit bland. And the sales guy was basically pitching it as what a great watch, in-house movement for circa £2,000. And you can't argue with that, but you still got to like it on your wrist.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So what sort of size? 36, 39?
39. Derek Fox tried the Ranger on today. It's my next watch. And I can see how it'd be very appealing for some people. And as I said, I think at the money level, it's a good watch. Let's have a look at the next question. Next question is from Luke Jones. Spencer, who did you miss most, Kaylee or Gavin? Luke, just so you know, Kaylie. She kills me every time I spell her name wrong. I didn't spell that.
That's a
Kaylee.
very tricky one. I missed them both, but obviously Kaylee heard from me because I was on the phone to the office. I gave Gav a little bit of a break,
Yes,
so he
didn't you
wasn't
just?
driven mad by me.
No, I missed
Yeah.
you. I missed you. Yeah, it was great having you on. But I would have to say, I would probably miss Kaylee more, to be fair.
I'd
Yeah.
miss me more as well.
Diverse watch collector, do you think the Breitling is on the way up and loving their new Super Ocean? Somebody else asked a question about the Super Ocean. James, can you grab a picture of that for us? The Breitling Super Ocean. You have a few Breitlings in the drawer,
Yeah.
but it's a turnover watch for you, isn't it? They come and go.
Breitling's a watch that is massively discounted. When we buy it, it will be a discount
Yeah.
off of list.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near the numbers of sort of Amigas or Rolex in
Yeah.
terms of resale. It's a good value watch.
Yeah.
The same as a Panerai, the same as a Hublot.
Yeah.
They generally they retail at 50% of list.
Yeah. Mad About Watches is asking, Gavin, your thoughts on the Black Bay Pro. I will have to say I absolutely love it. I love wearing it. I love how vintage it looks in terms of like the Explorer, and I've really enjoyed wearing it. Let's have a look.
Hang on, is this the Breitling? It's got an inner bezel. The dial looks tiny. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So it's got an outer bezel, inner bezel,
Yeah.
and I need to feel and I need
You
to
need to
see
see it
it.
and touch it. Oh, there's a lot of Super Oceans. We could have got the new Super Ocean, Super Mario. Yeah, let's move on to the next question. The Mad Watch Collector, Russell. When's retirement? Spencer, I don't think you'd ever stop working. Any plans for retirement?
There's no plans at the moment. I'm only young. I'm 55 years young.
55 years young. Yeah, absolutely.
Not at the moment, Russell.
Let's have a look for Dr. Mexico. Which YouTuber does Spencer watch other than Paul Thorpe, if at all?
To be honest with you, I always take a look at Roman stuff. I
Yeah.
find him quite interesting. And
His
state
watch
of the
knowledge is
market.
fantastic
Yeah.
as well, isn't it?
I
enjoy his
also
channel.
Anthony, some of his new stuff I've
Yeah.
started watching again.
South Hill. Or
Yeah,
is that what it's called? South Hill?
They're probably the two that I do look at as well
Yeah.
as Paul's stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I watch. If you haven't, you should have a watch. In fact, I encourage all of you. I loved watching About Effing Time, which has had its, I think, second episode,
Oh, really?
which
Who's
is
this?
Adrian from Bark and Jack.
Okay.
It's got George from Bamford and Time and Tide. I can't remember the guy's name, but a very, very good show. Really good watch knowledge. They did yesterday's show was about Moonswatch conspiracies. The conspiracies about how Swatch handled the launch and Omega handled the launch, and are they happy with all the cues, and are they happy with what's going on, really, really good. So I would definitely say have a little look at that. Not for me to buzz up their channel, but because they're all superstars. But absolutely. That's it for the questions for this week. I just have one more thing to say, is that Dotty. Yeah, if everybody can remember, a couple of weeks ago we put up Dotty's little QR code and a little donation, and Lawrence Saffer came on the show, and Lawrence and I went down and took a team to Dotty's golf day on Friday, which was a gorgeous day out in Essex. A lot of fun, and that's a little picture of us with Dotty. She's a gorgeous, gorgeous kid. They did a fantastic job. Her parents, they put together a golf day, Spencer, from scratch to raise funds for Dotty. And what a character this kid is! Like absolute little superstar. I can't say the same for Saf, to be perfectly honest. But we had a lovely day. And guys, if you can, there's a QR code there. If you haven't done so already, it doesn't matter if it's £1 or £3 or £5. Don't do super chats on it. If you can scan that QR code, all donations she's got. She's a 4-year-old little girl. She's got a brain tumour, and there's a GoFundMe little thing up there. But super little kid. I know Lawrence has really got himself involved with the charity now, so we wish them every success with their future fundraising. But what a brilliant kid! It was honestly, it was a thrill to meet her. I don't say that about many 4-year-olds, but she was an absolute, a proper character, as Saf would say.
Yeah.
Right, that's it. I'm all out. I'm done, Spence. Hashtag
Man.
Love Island. Hashtag time to go.
Hashtag watches. Hashtag if you haven't dealt with us yet. Hashtag it's only a matter of time.
It is.
Hashtag bye.
Yeah, Spence, give us, if you can remember it, the outro, and maybe try and see if we can get some people to subscribe this week, because
Remember?
Only if they
we're stumbling around 4-7.
4-7.
I said that we get to 10,000 by the end of this year, and we're struggling, mate.
Okay, we'll have to go and buy.
I'm
we'll
not
have to go and buy 5,000
I don't even know if we can buy them in the grey market. If we could
Okay.
buy some subscribers, it'd be great.
Well, guys, if you haven't subscribed, please do and upvote for us. And remember, if you haven't dealt with us yet, it's only a matter of time.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.